I'm Kerry Drew here inside the Winter Village at Bryant Park. The holidays are here and you know what that means. It's time to eat and drink.
The first reason people should come in is for the cocktails. They are truly delicious.
The secret is in the sauce. The sauce is really what gives everything its flavor.
Truth of the matter is, you're sitting in a piece of New York history.
And I take a trip to Montreal.
The cheese just melts, and when you eat it, it's just wonderful.
Perfection.
Perfection.
But first, a look at some of the coziest spots to warm up this winter.
Especially during the holiday season, it's something that will definitely get you in the holiday spirit.
It's a festive, romantic spot to drink and dine this winter. An outdoor garden decorated with twinkling lights and Christmas trees. Cozy up with friends or a special someone inside a heated yurt, a special tent you'll only find at the Winter Garden.
There aren't that many places where you can be outside in the winter and still have a nice time. Pickled beans, pickled peppers.
Chef Max Blackman Genteel serves up an inventive menu, including his spin on a traditional winter classic, cheese fondue. This looks absolutely delicious. What is everything?
Yeah, so we have the fondue itself here. We use a New York cheddar that's really nice, an 8-month Comté, and French raclette. So still all sort of alpine cheeses, ones that melt really well. For people who eat meat, we do saucisson sec, so just a really nice, charcuterie, and then a board of potatoes, apples, pears, bread, lots of fresh bread.
Almost looks too pretty to eat,
right?
But we're gonna eat it anyway.
Yeah,
we have to do it. All right, let's dig in. Oh my God. That's so good.
Thank you.
The fondue is delicious. And something else unique about this place, if it gets a little cold, you can actually wear these faux furs. Keep yourself warm.
Yeah, exactly. It's part of the charm in here.
Looking good, Chef.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. This
Absolutely.
was delicious.
Thank you for coming.
Cheers.
Come in for the cocktails and stay for the Christmas cheer.
Stepping into Miracle on 9th Street is like walking right into a vintage Christmas card.
A lot of what this resembles is my grandparents' basement in White Plains, New York. My grandparents built their house in the late 40s, decorated then, and never really changed. In fact, their basement looks the same today, and a lot of what we have here is nostalgic Christmas decoration.
Greg Boehm is the founder of this holiday hotspot, a pop-up that he started inside his East Village cocktail bar Mace a few years ago. It now has dozens of locations across the country.
We are pretty nerdy cocktail people, so the cocktails are absolutely going to be delicious. But more than just drinking a delicious Christmas cocktail, it's an overall Christmas experience.
A Christmas experience complete with a twist on traditional eggnog. Bartender Christian Dominguez explains how the Jingle Balls Nog is made.
It's made with a brown butter fat wash cognac, Pedro Jimenez sherry, Luxardo maraschino liqueur, a bit of almond milk, cherry and vanilla extract, full egg, a bit of cream, and it's topped off with some fresh nutmeg.
Next up, the Christmas Carol Barrel. It's made with rum, a lot of rum. Spiced rum, agricole rum.
A bit of overproof rum, curacao, a bit of ginger syrup, and some fresh lime juice.
And for some unexpected flavor,
A touch of coffee bitters. We're going to be topping this one off with a house-made pumpkin pie soda and a holiday umbrella.
And finally, there's the Yippee-Ki-Yay.
This one's made with the sweet potato infused rum, a marshmallow orgeat, and some fresh lime juice. This is a tiki style cocktail, so it's served on a bit of pebble ice, and it gets a nice fresh head of mint.
And then the best part.
It wouldn't be Christmas without snow. And there you have the Yippee-Ki-Yay.
By the way, all of the glasses are available for purchase so you can recreate the holiday experience at home.
It could be cold outside, it's warm in here. It's just a fun time of year when you embrace it, and this is a place where even if you've been a bit of a bah humbug, once you walk in here you can't help but embrace the Christmas spirit.
Cheers to the holidays.
Cheers.
Now it's time to heat things up.
It's cozy, intimate, and you can't get anything else like this in New York City. It's like a hidden gem.
The cocktails at the Roof in Midtown are served warm with a side of incredible Central Park views.
Especially when it snows, I feel like you're inside a snow globe. So it's an experience that you won't get everywhere.
Head bartender Kia Tillman calls it a winter lodge in the sky. It's where she serves up her own spin on winter classics.
You're definitely gonna get a good cocktail if I'm behind the bar. I like to say I'm one of the best bartenders in New York City, so I like to make sure you're getting a good drink for sure.
First up, there's a spiked hot chocolate.
It's called the Central Park Sleigh Ride. It's gonna be 2 ounces of Belvedere, 0.5 vanilla syrup. Top it with hot chocolate. And we're gonna load this up with marshmallows. The more, the better. And if you want to add a little twist to it, you can have a shot of Chambord, and that would taste like chocolate-covered strawberries. Or you can have a shot of amaretto, and that's like a little hazelnut twist. Very yummy, and you get warm inside from the first sip.
There are also 2 versions of a cold weather favorite, the hot toddy.
We have the Rooftop toddy, which is with any spiced rum you can use, and a hot apple cider that we get from the farmer's market. I'm gonna start with Captain Morgan spiced rum, 2 ounces. Then I'm gonna top this with our hot apple cider. And the garnish is a floating star anise, and also a cinnamon stick. It's just very like earthy, warming, just a hot apple spice like pie in a glass.
And then there's the snow day.
Basically your classic hot toddy with 2 ounces of Hennessy VSOP, 0.5 lemon juice, 0.5 honey, and then topped with hot water, floating lemon will on top, and this will keep you warm on any snow day.
Cheers. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course, come back.
So good.
Told ya.
And when we come back, a comfort food classic. The dish we traveled north of the border to taste. And later,
people from there that went to Greece say, oh, this is the closest I can eat. And so, some people say, let me tell you, it's better here than Greece.
around the world without ever leaving New York.
Montreal is only about an hour-and-a-half flight from New York City, and while we're here, we had to check out a dish the city is known for, the poutine at La Banquise.
It's been a staple here in this Montreal neighborhood for decades. La Banquise is open 24 hours a day, and it's known for its classic dish called poutine.
When people come to visit Montreal from New York, why do they have to stop here at La Banquise and try the poutine?
That's not a question. La Banquise is the best. All the gravy that we're gonna need for the day to do all those beautiful poutine.
Owner Annie Barcelou's father opened this place in 1968. A snack bar famous in Montreal and around the world for its poutine. But what exactly is poutine?
Poutine at the beginning was 3 ingredients. It was a French rice with cheese curds that must do like a squeech when we eat it in your mouth. And it's topped with a brown gravy. The cheese just melts, and when you eat it, it's just wonderful.
Perfection.
Perfection.
What makes Montreal poutine so unique and special?
It's part of our history, so I think when you eat it, you feel that.
It all starts with the potatoes. A lot of potatoes.
So what's in this room?
It's the potato room. So here we stack all the potatoes that we're gonna use for the day. So 4,500 pounds.
So all of these potatoes just for one day?
Yeah.
The fries are all pre-cooked.
We don't want them to be brown at this time of the cooking. We just want them to be cooked inside. So it's gonna be like a mashed potatoes. It's gonna have to be very smooth inside. And in front, it's gonna be higher temperature just to make them brown and crispy.
At La Banquise, there are 30 different kinds of poutine to choose from. Annie showed us her favorites.
This looks incredible. What is everything?
Okay, let's start with the classic poutine. So as I said, it's crispy French fries with cheese curds and the gravy. And here we have the frais de caillou. Frais de caillou is smoked meat, shredded beef with merguez and spicy sausages. Here it's la taquise with diced tomatoes, guacamole and sour cream. And this one is la festival. It's ground beef, Swiss cheese, hot pepper and onion rings on top.
I think it's time to dig in.
Yeah.
And let's just say this New Yorker is hooked.
This is so delicious.
And here's a pro tip. Don't bother sharing your order.
They don't want to share, no. But sometimes they just order a big poutine and we're gonna be, okay, this time they're gonna share. No, my guy is like this.
Annie, after all these years, are you ever sick of poutine?
No. No, I cannot stop eating it.
And neither can the regulars, making La Banquise a must on your next visit to Montreal. Still ahead, flavors of the boroughs.
I just happen to love tacos, so it's like, why not do Indian tacos?
When you cook, it looks very simple. But I tell everybody, just be careful. It's not as simple as it looks like.
Plus the cocktail lounge that's a toast to old New York.
There's no better city than New York to sample the flavors from around the world. Here are two of my favorite dining discoveries that you should add to your list.
I wanted Taco Mahal to be fast and casual and, still great quality food.
Danica Josan opened her very first restaurant, Taco Mahal, in the West Village a year and a half ago, blending her two cultures.
My mother is from Puerto Rico and my father is from India, so I grew up eating fusion food my whole life. I just happen to love tacos, so it's like, why not do Indian tacos? We couldn't figure out the perfect name. A friend told us, why don't you just do Taco Mahal? That's like the perfect fusion. We loved it and we just ran with it.
Her small spot on the corner of 7th Avenue is in the same space where her dad Singh owned a newsstand for decades.
It was opened in the 1980s. My dad had a typical newsstand. He was here over 35 years and he wanted to retire. He gave me the place. He gave me full range to do what I wanted to do.
The specialty here, a blend of Indian classics and Puerto Rican street food.
People love tacos because you can try so many different dishes in little bite sizes. Our signature dish is chicken tikka masala taco. So you can have a chicken tikka masala taco on naan bread or on roti bread. The roti bread acts as your tortilla and so does your naan. The rotis are small like street tacos and the naan's double the size. So it's more like a burrito. The secret is in the sauce. The sauce is really what gives everything its flavor. There's so many different spices that goes into it. Chicken tikka masala is the longest process of any protein that we make here and it tastes the best.
It looks a little messy.
It's a little messy.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Oh my God. It smelled amazing and it tastes even more amazing. This is unbelievable.
Hi, Papi, come. Hi, how are you?
Good.
And now Danica's father is helping her live out her dream.
He works here all the time. He helps me because he knows that I'm here from morning to night. He's my biggest supporter. He tells everybody, oh, my daughter has a restaurant in the city. Everybody he knows, he tells, and I love him for that. He's so awesome. We just want to keep growing as a family, and we're just so proud that we're still here after so many years.
It's a taste of Greece in Astoria. Taverna Kyklaris on Ditmars Boulevard is all about the fresh seafood and buzzy atmosphere.
When you see the smile in the customer, and I say, wow, I make you happy.
Artian Skanderi has been the chef and owner here for almost 20 years.
I cook with my heart. Every touch and every soul to give you that excitement and, the enjoyment so the customer can enjoy the food too.
Skanderi was born in Albania, where he learned to cook from watching his grandmother.
My grandma was the top chef in the house, always prepare something, always make something nice, and just watching her, I say, oh, that's, you learn every little things, every little season she threw there, And sometimes she was joking and saying, hey, look in the back. And she's through the fountain and I say, what is that? I'm not gonna tell you. It's like a joke.
He honed his skills in the kitchen after moving to Greece in the 1980s.
I grew up by the sea. In 1989, I moved to Greece and I just learned more about seafood and more about to make the dishes special.
While living in Greece, Skenderi fell in love with Greek food and learned to work his magic on fish, lessons he continues to use in his restaurant.
I'm the guy who go in the fish market early in the morning to make sure I get the right fish and the freshest fish. The guys know I buy the right fish and the freshest fish because even those guys come in my restaurant, they eat, you know, they're not gonna give something that's not good.
His favorites on the menu are the red snapper and the octopus, both made simply with ingredients like olive oil, lemon, sea salt, and oregano.
When you cook, it looks very simple, but I tell everybody, just be careful. It's not as simple as it looks like. The secret is don't overcook the fish because it's gonna get dry.
It's grilled to perfection and keeps customers coming back for more.
Even people from there that went to Greece, to Santorini, Mykonos, Oil Islands, you know, they say, oh, this is the closest I can eat. And so, you know, some people say, let me tell you, it's better here in Greece, you know. I say, oh, that's, you know, make me feel very good and very happy as well.
So, Chef, this is quite a feast we have going on here. What is everything?
That's a grilled octopus. It's a very popular appetizer. My favorite dish is a red snapper. The meat, you know, one of the best fish. They have a good flavor. Most of the customers, they like the red snapper. It's one of his favorite fish. That's why I like to cook that.
But before we took our first bite,
You can use a little lemon.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And extra virgin olive oil is very important to use for the fish.
Very important.
Yes.
So now it's time for the taste.
Yes. Oh, flavor this fish.
Oh my God. That is so delicious.
When you're in Greece and you enjoy all this good food and you know, you say opa.
Opa. All right, well, I guess we have to do it. Opa.
Opa.
next, hidden and historic. Cocktails at a place that's a step back in time.
Now that winter's here, what better way to warm up than with a cocktail at one of the city's oldest restaurants? Just make sure you know where you're going or you might walk right past it.
Behind these walls lies a piece of New York City history.
The history that this establishment had was like no other in the West Village.
Alessandro Borgognone is the owner of Chumley's, a hotspot on Bedford Street that dates back almost 100 years.
That's the original door from 1922. It's a different color now, but it is the original door.
There's no sign on the door, just a number, 86.
That gives it that mystique. We enjoy seeing our clients walk by Chumley's and saying, where is it?
Once inside, they'll find a place that has served as a hangout for famous artists and writers for decades. Their photographs and book covers are featured on the walls.
So tell me about your favorite picture in this whole place.
So I have two favorite pictures. One of them being right in the middle of the dining room, Ernest Hemingway. It is a couple hundred pictures, and that was the one that appealed to me most. It popped out at me. I said, that's the one that's going to go right in the middle of the dining room. Hemingway himself looking down at that dining room. You want to see my second favorite?
Yes.
All right. Here is Mr. Chumley himself. This is our founder of the establishment, and he belonged right on the mantle.
The original Chumley's closed 10 years ago, but now it's back with a full menu and creative cocktail list. Bar manager Jessica DeRay showed us one of her favorite creations, the chimney sweep, known for its dark color.
It has white beet, ancho verde, which is a poblano liqueur, sotol, which is a spirit from the desert spoon plant, and mezcal as well. A little bit of agave, lemon, the white beet, which oxidizes and turns sort of blackish, makes a really cool black chimney sweep looking cocktail.
For something a bit lighter, there's the Mrs. Easy.
That is with Edinburgh Seaside Gin, which is a gin distilled with seaweed. So it's got this marine, very minerally salty quality to it. We do an arugula grapeseed oil puree. We infuse agave with some poppy, so a little poppy agave. 1/4 ounce of lemon and lime. Dragoncello tarragon liqueur, Seaside Gin, and aquavit.
And finally, Chumley's take on a scotch and soda.
Some coffee extract, grapefruit juice, Drambuie, Singleton 12-year, and club soda.
I think the most important part is having this legacy live on. And truth of the matter is, you're sitting in a piece of New York history.
Cheers to Chumley's.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers.
From hot food to cold drinks, there are endless options to choose from this winter. I'm Kerry Drew. Stay tuned for more dishes in the new year.